Ladies and gentlemen, this is the issue 3, page 27, director's commentary. My name is Keenan Lafferty.
My name is Colton Kresser.
And we got some things to talk about, don't we, Colton?
Yes, we do. And with that being said, let's jump right into it.
Yes, let's go ahead and get right into this page, which I'm sure all of you are more than familiar with.
Indefinitely.
You become the best of friends.
Over this page. Started a page club, kind of like a book club.
Yes, all for this page right
here. But this page doesn't always start out like this, does it?
No, it doesn't start like this.
In fact,
it starts like this. And let's go ahead and get started on the time lapse. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about the band.
This page, I don't want to say it was different, but it's definitely a little different from the last like 3 or 4 pages that we've done. Yeah, it's not less detailed, but
there's more people.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing I'm noticing. I was like, why do I feel so weird working on these pictures or these pages? Because there's so many new things that I have to draw, like all of these, especially like all the adult characters in there. I'm used to just drawing Nico and Emma and then maybe Tank and Clem, but now we got all these dancers and
right.
I got band people playing all kinds of stringed instruments. I've never drawn a violin. I've never drawn a guy playing a violin or a cello.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you talk about that, being like, I was super worried because I never drawn a band before.
Yeah, I've never drawn it before, but I was super excited about it. Like, just seeing from the original sketch, I was like, all right, I'm gonna draw a band.
Right.
And then I sat down and I was like, oh crap, how do you draw a band? And then I started like Googling, like how does somebody like play a violin? Because I was trying to trying to figure it out, like looking at my own hands, like doing it, and like it just wasn't working. So I just used my good friend Google
reference.
Yeah, talked to my friend Google and found some good reference and got that working.
I also think this one's a little less different or a little more different because a lot of the pages we've done have like the whole page, like even the borders have been colored. Like the double page spread, running down the hallway.
Lately, yeah.
Like it's been very full, and this one kind of takes it back, which is nice because I feel like we needed that fullness at that time to represent what was going on, and now it's starting to like settle down, like you're in the zone, in that zone.
It's funny that you say that because I was actually just looking at a couple of those comics that we got from WonderCon.
Oh yeah.
And I thought it was interesting how I tried to look through this comic. I think it was called Fathom. It's called Fathom. But all of the pages are full color. There's no white gutters at all. And I was like, is this like a new thing? Is this like an American thing to do where they have no white gutters anymore? And I don't know. I think there's something really kind of special about it. Maybe I'm just, crazy about like the classic look, but yeah, I really like the white gutters. And I like, again, it's like the dynamic of using the white gutters when you need to and then allowing the page to sort of like bleed all the way through to the edges at those times.
I also like it too because I feel like if the page was just full the whole time, we wouldn't be able to break the panels as easily.
Yeah, it loses its impact. Just like, you don't want to break the panel all the time. You don't want to do that because the few times that you do it, if you hold it back, if you hold it back and then release it when you need to do it, then it's way more impactful.
Right.
It's way cooler. So
it's better receiving.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, that's just one thing that I noticed is that it really started to like settle down.
Yeah.
Which is good because I'm actually I like that.
Me too. Really Me too. It had a good dynamic feel. Right after we finished. No, right after we finished the second part where Nico and Emma are just like running out to the ball.
Right.
I was really happy to just see that.
It's been craziness lately, as of lately. It's not like, most of the time it's like pretty consistent. It's like, all right, the bikers are traveling from here to here in these 20 pages. It's like most of the colors are the same, the bikes are the same, but it's like this one, it's like split reality.
Yeah. You got one color scheme over on the left side, another one on the right side.
One on the right side.
It's been crazy.
It's been good though, because it's been really like experimental.
Yeah. Speaking of colors, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about the colors when I start laying it in because I did a couple experiments with the top 2 panels.
Yeah, you had some different colors in it.
Mostly with the background. I mean, we'll get to it when the time comes, but for now, I mean, we can talk about these people. Talk about these beautiful people.
Yeah, how was it trying to draw people dancing? Do you think?
Oh,
was that harder or pretty easy?
It was actually really tough, but I had again good reference of just waltz pictures. Actually, I was looking up waltz music.
Yeah,
and on YouTube, on YouTube they do the thing where they'll
slap a picture,
do like a slideshow of pictures, and they're all these classical paintings of people doing waltz type dancing. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. So I literally just looked at a bunch of those poses and just transcribed them or transposed them, stole them.
Borrowed.
Trying to put a better term on it.
Borrowed.
I borrowed them and I put them into the comic.
Swiped them.
Yeah, swiped them. But it worked good.
Oh, you want to talk about? I mean, you're obviously refining it now. I don't know if you can.
No, what?
When the original one for that?
Oh, it was way in the beginning where she's like pulling him.
Yeah. Oh, we missed it.
Yeah, that was
which
way
is
in the
fine.
beginning.
But she was like dragging him across the floor. But I mean,
yeah, I was trying to figure out how Emma would actually do this.
I mean, yeah, Keenan brought up a good point though. We wanted her to be dragging him, like he just does not want to go. But she's kind of been doing that for the past like 10 pages or so. So we wanted to like Nico's like a little more relaxed now because he's been here before. Like this is his turf. Like he's pretty comfortable, you know. So she's like, let's go somewhere. He's like, all right, I don't mind.
Yeah,
like you know,
except as long as we don't go look at the people dancing.
Yeah, he's just like,
okay, we're looking at the people dancing.
Yep. Oh man, I'm super.
Which something that I thought about, I was like, if the people are dancing the waltz in Emma's vision, what are they really doing in the reality?
I just imagine they were like not even really dancing; they were just
hardcore dancing.
Yeah, they can be throwing their fists around. I was like, they're either grinding, or I feel like it's not even really a dance floor. Like there's just a bunch of people like talking. Some people are dancing.
Like music playing in the background.
In the background, people are like fighting. It's more of like it's just
like a crazy
brawler kind of floor, and like people are throwing stuff, playing games like on the ground.
Yeah. I said like
that.
A good analogy that I thought of was talking about Tortuga in Pirates of the Caribbean. I kind of saw it like that.
It's not really like dancing, but they're just like kind of
there's like
fighting,
music going on.
Music.
Like people start fighting and they just start playing the music louder,
right?
Like, they get excited.
and people just like have a good time. Like that's what it is. It's not bad. It's not really like it's like controlled chaos. Like they're having a good time, you know, having a good time, celebration.
Yeah.
Of the Marauders' return.
Yeah, so that's good stuff. Man, this hairstyle, I don't know where it came from, but again, I was just looking at the paintings. I was like, how does a girl's hair like do that? Like it goes into a braid and then it goes back up her head.
That's like the best thing about being a guy is like when you get ready for a dance. Hey, there's my hair flick. That's my claim to fame right there.
This is Colton right there. That's Colton's.
I drew that on the stream. If you guys were there, so we had a secret stream and it was great. And that's a motorcycle. And
that's our motorcycle.
And I drew a little hair flick, and Keenan was like, I kind of like that. And I was like, good.
No, I was like, dude, I hate that.
No, you didn't.
And you were like, dude, just try it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Dude, it was freaking stupid.
It was sticking straight up, though. It was sticking straight up. Like alfalfa. And I was like, nah, man, you got to turn it. And he's like, all right, I'll try it. And then he like turns a little bit.
And I was like,
you know,
ooh, that was really good. Glad I thought of it. All right, let's move on.
Let's move on here.
No, yeah, that's definitely Colton. In fact, you should get in there and just like sign your name next to it, Colton.
Yeah, actually, I mean, it's not even, I mean, I do a little like writing, you know, story here and there, a little dialogue, but my real claim to fame is the hair.
That hair flick deserves an award on its own. Best hair flick.
Russ Manning, best hair flick. Yeah, so that was good.
Yeah, I like that.
That was a lot of fun though. I love streaming with you guys.
Yeah. Colton stepped in and he was my line artist for a little bit while we were streaming. Speaking of streaming, let's talk a little bit about that because we've been doing that more than usual.
I feel like I mean, I'm not like I don't know. I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I feel like Keenan,
toot it.
He like wants to stream, but he doesn't want to stream at the same time because it's like
I'm kind of like weighing it.
He's always like weighing it. Like,
I like privacy when I work on my comic.
Oh, I like privacy, or I feel like maybe he's just embarrassed. Like he'll do something really embarrassing.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm afraid I'm gonna mess up. Be like, oh, everybody's seeing me. I can't draw my own characters, and now the world knows.
So somebody actually Fluffy. She tweeted us and she was like, OMG, please stream today, please, polls, please. And I was like, hey, Keenan, are you planning on streaming today? And he's all, no. I was like, well, your people want it. Your people are demanding it. You should probably stream. And so we streamed that day, and it was fun. And then, like, I was able to show him, because he didn't really know, like, if it lagged or not super bad.
Yeah.
And I was at work when I tuned into one of the streams, and it was fine, so.
Yeah, because with our shoddy internet, as those of you know, I'm just afraid of it being, like, really crappy. But in terms of streaming, what's really nice about streaming Photoshop is that you're not streaming a constantly moving picture.
Right.
So you can literally stream on, what's our upload? It's like 0.3.
No, it's 0.5. It's
0.5, but it's usually around like 0.35.
0.5 is like, in the morning when no one else in our like complex is like awake, like watching Netflix or anything. That's the best time. 7 a.m. is about the best time to get on the internet.
Yeah, on stream. But usually it's about 0.35. But the cool thing is that we can still do that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think it's sweet. Streaming is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want? Is this the color scheme part, or are you gonna wait till later? Is that background?
Right now I'm just masking. But yeah, backgrounds should be coming up pretty soon. I actually had a little bit of trouble here, like with the people in the background, because you got these people. Oh, okay. Well, I'm working on this now. Let me just go back. Go back. So I had these people right here.
In the front.
Yeah, in the front, and then I usually like to put these lines and these colors on a separate.
Oh, didn't you forget the
layer, or just like on a separate layer? And I was like, I did all the lines and I did them all on the same layer, and I was like, it's fine.
Right.
I'll figure it out. And then it ended up being a real pain in the butt. So, yeah, this taught me. I learned a valuable lesson today.
Yesterday afternoon.
I learned a valuable lesson.
What lesson was that?
Layers,
layer management.
Manage your layers early on, otherwise it'll come back and bite you in the bum. Cool. All up in there.
You want to talk about that cheated perspective?
Oh yeah, that perspective in this third panel is completely cheated. It's totally cheated. I set it up one way, and then I like had the wall going back, like following where it was supposed to go, and I was like, that looks like crap. So I just changed it, and I just cheated it. I just straight up cheated
whatever, man. It looks good.
I was like, whatever. You've seen the stage before. It's still fresh in your mind. It's just reminding you that you're looking at the stage.
You want to talk about those waving music notes, like on a chart?
Oh, yeah. That just passed, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, originally I was planning on doing it like sheet music.
I think it was like right before this. Right here.
There, yeah. Originally I was planning on doing it like a piece of sheet music right here. Because I was like, oh, that would be so cool.
It was like flatten out the page.
Yeah, and it's like, and I even thought about it. I was like, oh, that would be cool if it actually wrote out like a song, and somebody who could like sight read could play it on piano, and it'd be like the Emma theme song. Right. But after I did this, I was like, nah, that was a bad idea. So I just canned it. Canned it and just went with the notes in the air. Good old fashioned notes in the air. Keep it simple. But the good thing is that you like to try stuff like that. Just give it a shot, because you never know.
It's like
you never know.
I mean, if he didn't try it, maybe he could have just actually, what would have happened?
I would have just said, "What if?"
He'd be like, you know what, Colton? I just really wish I would have tried it. I think it would have looked good and stuff.
Yeah, I would have released the page, and I was like, no, it sucks because I didn't make the music notes.
Yeah,
it sucks.
At least now you know
I didn't make the sheet music.
Yeah, it sucks with the sheet music.
Yeah. It looked like sheet.
I was gonna make that joke, but then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be the mature. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna make that. I took that one from you. All right. So another thing that I was doing was, okay, so the backgrounds, I wanted to focus on doing the thing where it's like, okay, I've laid out the establishing shot. You know where these characters are interacting. Right. Now I can start being lazy and omitting the backgrounds.
But that is not the case.
Well, I did it here, but like here and here I did so. So I was like, okay, so what can I put in the top two panels? Oh, how about like a big wavy thing? And I was like, it looks kind of weird like when it's gold. And then I tried like purple. And then down here I was like, oh man, like what would the background be behind these characters? Because I was like, oh, well, maybe I can just get away with not doing anything because, it's like, maybe we're in like Nico's mind and like everything's gone except for him and Emma, and he's like looking at them holding hands, and he's like, oh geez, right? So it's like trying to put you in the mind of the character.
You're just coming up with excuses for not drawing it.
No,
in the background.
No, I'm not doing that.
I fixed it later.
No, I'm being professional.
That's right.
I'm being professional.
He's saving time.
Being efficient.
Yep.
Efficient by being lazy.
It's not stealing.
Yeah. But we end up coming up with a very, very creative. Yeah. The final panel.
Oh yeah.
You helped me with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was just teasing. But yeah, it was cool because like I got home and I was just like, he's like, oh, the page is done. I was like,
oh, you're saying we because it was you.
Yeah.
You say we draw the panels, mister.
I didn't say that.
You have said it.
Oh, I've drawn some before.
What panels?
The small ones? Dude, this is
No, this is right here. You say we draw the panels.
No, I
say we make the background.
All right.
Don't even try to get it. I will pull up a director's commentary where you said that.
You draw the completed panels, but this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I've done some of these, not like a lot, but I've done a few.
How many have you done?
Like total, Out of the 100 pages we've done, maybe like 2.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's still in
you
there.
You drew on something in like a sketchbook and like a little notebook.
Well, I did Nico's bedroom.
You did the aerial view.
I did aerial.
All right,
I just did. Well, I just wanted to lay out.
Yeah. This is a pointless argument. The point is
that is irrelevant. I have all the qualifications.
I did it. I did the background. Right?
Yeah, you did.
I did it.
No, you put it there, but like the idea, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just kidding. Okay, so anyway,
IDs.
Let's agree to disagree.
Inception. All right.
Yeah. So this background we ended up fixing up because...
Well, we both agreed on it. It was like, this is really empty. Like, what should we do? He's like, I don't know what to put here. And I was like, why don't you just snag the character masks and just slap that crap down there?
Yeah. And it ended up working perfectly.
Yeah,
it filled it out. And what's really funny is we did it on the last page too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well,
same thing. Like, last panel.
It's like, something
feels empty.
Missing.
Something's missing.
Grab the character masks and slapped it on there. Sized them up, a little bit.
And there you go. Yeah. I wonder if there's like any like bad resolution like happening.
I don't know. Don't point it out. Like right there.
Yeah. There's a little bit of anti-aliasing right there.
Whatever.
Yeah. By the time it's shrunk down for the web, you can't tell.
Yep. Anyway,
you didn't see that. Let's go ahead and talk about the dialogue.
So you changed the background from this one into green to blue, which also you...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I decided right here I was going to try something interesting. And I was like, okay, how about we try to make this background green? Even though there's been nothing, well, aside from the plants, there's been nothing green in this setting so far. But what I was hoping to do is to convey an emotion with a color and keep it simple and therefore save time. And I actually really liked the way that it looked. Like the simplistic feel to it, I felt really added to the piece. Mm-hmm. And the green worked really well too.
It's kind of nice too because it's like such a subtle green. Like I wouldn't have known it was green unless you like really pointed it out. Yeah, which I think is good.
Yeah. So it's not like neon green. Which I did try.
You tried?
Well, on accident. I was like, oof, no.
Yeah, wait a minute.
That is not gonna work.
Wait a minute.
All right. So
dialogue.
Moving on. Yeah. Now Colton.
This is my turn.
This is you. This is all you.
The dialogue for this one was pretty easy because we had like a 3-part layout system in this one, I feel like. So what happened was when we drew the original really bad sketch, it was super rough dialogue.
Why do you say it's really bad? It hurts my feelings.
That's not bad. I mean,
it hurts my feelings.
If I drew it.
It's bad because you could draw it?
I guess. No. I said because I drew it. Like it's bad because I'm not a good artist because line art.
Oh, right.
It was a stupid joke. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I see where you're going with that.
Yeah, and so like it was so we had it laid out where it was just the sketch and it was just like I like to call it scratch. Like anything before the final product, I usually like to call scratch. Like in a song, like scratch vocals, scratch guitar. So it's just scratch dialogue. It's just what we think could possibly happen. And then
figure everything out.
It was kind of nice because about like halfway through the completion of this page, when Kina was working on it and like refining it and making it look really slick, we kind of just started talking about it. We were like, oh well, I think this would be cool, and so we like really like for some reason just really like nailed it and refined it. Then it was just like, all right, this is what we absolutely want them to say. And then when I came in, when the page was finished, it was more like, stop it. It was just
stop what?
Nothing.
What am I doing?
I'll tell you later. You know what you did.
I don't know what I'm doing.
All right, so like when we worked on this one, it was really easy. It was basically like, all right, now it's more so like punctuation. It's like, how would he say it? How would he draw it out? How would it be worded? You know, as opposed to like we knew exactly what was there, and it was like, all right, this is how it would be said. This is how it would be punctuated. This is where it would be placed. This is why, and it was super easy. It was just like, boom, all right, dialogue's done.
Right.
And that was it.
Do you want to actually like talk about how he came up with these lines? We'll just talk about it.
Yeah, I guess.
I thought you were going to talk about how we came up with the lines. You're like going through your whole thought process, which is good.
What do you mean by thought process?
Like, which is good. We just talked about the entire. You just laid out the entire thing from A to Z, like your thought process, right?
Most of the time, I usually...
Maybe I'm just lost.
I don't know what you're asking me. Like, when I think... Like, how you're telling me, like, oh, well, like, when we discuss it, and it's like, oh, I think this should go here, and then I'll just kind of, like, shut down for a second, and then, like, go inside of my mind and be like, if Nico is standing right in front of me, and he was talking, how would he say it? What would he say? what would his mannerisms be? Like, that's usually...
And he would say it like
that's
this.
usually what I would try to say, and then I'd be like, okay. I imagine him being like, he's like, huh, yeah. You know, oh yeah, comma. Dancing! Ha! Well, let's go look at something else. You know, kind of like, well,
yeah.
Let's go look at something else. You know, like,
yeah.
GTFO, get out of here. I don't want him to see that.
Yeah.
Because he's obviously embarrassed, so we wanted to convey that where obvious with his arm gesture.
Yeah, exactly.
That was good. And then, we wanted Emma to say something that really, like, kind of pulls him back, like one of those things where he's just like, okay, good, like, I'm off the hook now. Like, like, we're going to leave, and she's going to follow me, and then she's just like, well, a real gentleman would ask me to dance, and then he's just kind of like, oh, like,
yeah.
No, that's what I was avoiding.
I was thinking about putting, like, an irk in there or something like that, but I think his face said it just fine.
Yeah, that looks fine. He looks a little constipated, but I think that's perfect. Like, he's just like, oh! Kind of one of those moments where he's like, that's just exactly what I did not want to have.
That weak old burrito just hit his lower intestine or something.
Weak old burrito.
Yeah, he just found it. Actually, it'd probably be years old. Maybe he found, like, a...
It's, like, expired with, like,
at the gas station.
It's got plenty of penicillin on it, so that's good.
Yeah. At the gas station.
Yeah.
Next to the Chuckles. Yeah.
Yep. And then in this one, we decided...
I really like this.
We decided to stack them on each other instead of making it one big one. For one, it looks a lot nicer. And for two, he, like, really, like, is, like, stuttering, like, because he's, like, a little sweaty, you know, and he's, like, really nervous. Like,
kind of like me right now. I'm getting sweaty.
He's getting sweaty.
Beanie. But continue.
I gotta get my beanie out of my car.
Dude, I have to put it on because when I didn't want to shave.
Right.
I didn't want to shave. And, okay, here's the thing. Look. Look at this right now. Okay. When I take the beanie off and I'm not shaven, don't I look like just like a comic artist, like a dirty comic artist? But then as soon as I put this on, yeah.
I don't know. Bums were being
artsy. No, I'm artsy. I look like a musician. I look like a handsome musician.
Actually,
so that's why
I have no room to talk because before we started this, I went and put on a hat. I didn't wear a hat all day.
Yeah, you were telling me yesterday. You'd be like, "Why don't you try on a hat? Why don't you try a hat?"
Well, I asked. I was like, I asked why you don't wear hats.
Yeah. Well, I wear beanies, but not hats.
Yeah, I like caps. I like ball caps. But anyways, so we split it up.
So back to the
task at hand. The task at hand.
Yeah.
So we decided to split it up. So it's more like he's like, see, here's the thing. He's like, I am a gentleman, but I just don't dance. You know, he's just kind of like, like, that's okay.
You said it exactly like that, like when you walked in, too. And I was like, that sounds exactly like how Nico would say it. That's what you're good at.
Yeah.
Like you come in and then you say it exactly like the character
I'd be
say
like, he'll be like, oh, I think maybe he could say something like this that's really, like, kind of, like, monotone typed in. And I'd be like, well, what if it was like this? Like, let's say, like, here's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, and then kind of just... I like to play it off as if I'm the character because it helps me. Like, when I'm able to hear it, it kind of... It really helps me.
I think the mannerisms that... Yeah. The mannerisms that he... Like, especially in the C, here's the thing. Like, the fact that he prefaces it with that...
Right.
Really says a lot about his character, and I like that you say stuff like that and that we work that in because it adds a lot to it.
And then, Emma slaps his wrist and grabs a hold of it, and it's just like, all right.
Well, she's been doing a lot lately. She's into this wrist slapping. But I wanted her to not grab his hand yet.
I was going to say, you probably wouldn't know, but wrist grabbing and dragging boys is a cute thing on Tumblr. It's all over Tumblr.
Really?
Yeah, like girls.
Oh, sweet. So like everybody can post this on Tumblr now.
Yeah, dude. Everyone can post that on Tumblr, and it's relevant.
That's great. All right, guys. Go ahead and screenshot this.
On Tumblr, post it on hashtag it. I will check it out.
Hashtag it. That'd be great. Thank you. Yeah, but I wanted to save the handhold for right here because, again, it's like you hold off until the very last second, then it means something.
He grabs his wrist, and then she's like, we were trying to think of something funny. Well, actually, he wasn't going to say anything in this in the top one. He wasn't going to say anything.
He wasn't going to...
No, he wasn't going to... Yeah, he wasn't going to say anything, and then I was just like, it's easy, I'll show you. And then we were just kind of like, well, wouldn't it be funny if he said something like, oh, wait, like last time I slipped, or like last time I something, and I was just like...
I broke my...
Yeah, he's like, oh, last time I broke my... And then she's like, shut up.
We were going to be like, I pulled my...
Yeah, it was actually, that was Roger's idea. Roger was in the stream, and Roger was like, well, what if he was like, hey, last time I pulled my... And then it's just like, she cuts him off. And I was like, that would be really funny if he's like, wait, last time I ripped my, like, like pants, or... We were gonna have him say scapula, but...
Yeah, pulled my scapula.
Pulled my scapula, that's right.
But I like ripped my... Makes me think of SpongeBob. Rip my pants.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. And so, like, she's like, Nico, come on, like, it's easy. Like, or it's more like, just like drawn out, like 13-year-old girl, like, Nico, come on, it's easy. And then so she just, you know, brings him over onto the dance floor, and she's like, see, like this, like it, like, see, it's so easy. And then, like, you know, she like grabs his hand, and he's just like, oh jeez.
Oh jeez. I just like Nico saying, oh jeez.
Yeah.
I don't know where I first thought of that. I always say like, oh jeez. I always say that.
I
was like, we got.
Yeah, you brought it up, and I think I like it though. Like, you're always like, I want Nico to have like kind of like not like a catchphrase, but
like
it's
his
just
tagline.
Like, oh jeez, you know, like.
I like him saying oh jeez.
Like, everybody's got their own catchphrase or, you know, line that they say.
Yeah.
So that was pretty fun. I mean, working on this page was pretty fun. We had a little bit of a dispute at the very end because everything was perfect.
We're disputing about the pages, like, it's like a normal thing now. It's like, no, it should be this way. I'm like, no, dude, that's stupid.
Okay, what happens is, like, the page is going super well, and it's just like, how about this? Yes. How about this? Yes. How about this? Yes. How about this? Yes. And then it's like,
the last
and then it's
thing.
like, and then it's always the last panel, and it's like, all right, what about, like, what about something like this? And Keenan is not hesitant to be like, he does this thing where he goes, what, dude? No. And I'm just like,
I don't do that.
Yeah, you do. You like, you do a little tisk. You're always like, you always make this. You're always like, dude,
I
no.
do that? Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's funny.
I sound like a real butthead, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, he does this like tisk thing, and he'll be like, you know, I don't like. He'll just say like, I don't like that, and I'm just like, oh yeah, like, I mean, not out loud, like to myself. I'm like, okay, why don't you? What don't you like? Let's talk about it. But, like, in my mind, I'm like, ah.
I think lately what's been happening is that, I don't know, I think we're both of us are just getting more invested in the comic. And so, when you care about something, you're willing to fight for it.
Yeah,
and I'm glad that you have done it.
Yeah, because sometimes I had to convince him on last page when she says, hey cutie, for like 20 minutes. I was just like,
that was so bad.
I was like, we have to put this in. Like, we have to. Have to. So I was like fighting with this one, but I don't want to say like I was in the wrong or Keenan was in the wrong. I feel like we were both very right with what we wanted, but in the end, it wasn't about what we wanted. It was about what worked, because what I wanted was really long, and what Keenan wanted I felt was a little short. Like, it kind of fell off short. Like, after having lots of dialogue, it fell off short.
Are you talking about this? Or are you talking about here?
This page.
Okay, right.
And so we were able to like work it. So, because my problem was Nico wasn't going to say anything in that other panel, so it was just Emma, and it was just there just wasn't enough, and it was going to fall. I felt like it was just going to fall off the squared edge of the earth, you know.
See, I like ending it with something simple.
Right.
To be honest, that was the only reason why I pushed for this, and Roger backed me up on that too.
You know, I respect Roger's opinion, but he's wrong.
Me and Roger against
no,
you.
I'm totally kidding. Roger's the man, dude. He's so cool. Anyways, I'm not saying that because I want to be on the show, but like, I think
wouldn't hurt.
I mean, he's a cool dude.
Wouldn't hurt.
We tweet each other. Or being
you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Roger's a sweet dude, but
yeah, he's cool.
It kind of helped. Like, it kind of took me back because I was really worried. I was just like, we need more stuff here. There's just not enough. I feel like
I like it when the characters shut up.
It doesn't like convey. One thing that like is different, I think, about me and Keenan. Keenan likes it when they don't like necessarily shut up.
Like, as little as possible.
As little as possible.
Literally, that's my.
Whereas,
what is it? Rule.
Prerogative. I don't know.
That's my rule. I just really like it. It's like what needs to be said, and then nothing more.
Right.
Because I get tired of reading comics where I open the page and it's literally like just bubble after bubble after bubble, and they're just like filled with like 10 lines each.
Oh yeah.
Of these characters.
No, and then like
they're just like rambling.
Oh yeah, and it's just rambling, and it doesn't make sense. I was like,
is there a way that they could have said this by just the way the character is looking at the other person, or their body language, or something that's happening in the background? You know, I always think about things like that.
And for me, like, when I was trying to make it longer, it wasn't any different either. It was like Emma saying "see like this" and him saying "oh geez." It was the same thing, like our ideas, but it was just worded, drawn out a little bit. And at the very end, like when it came down to it, it was kind of like when I had to convince Keenan like that the last page was a good idea. I was like, this is a good idea. Just trust me. Just sit on it. It was kind of the same thing. Keenan was just like, just trust me. Let's try it, and we'll sit on it.
Well, the reason why I ended up liking it was because, again, it was something really simple, and then it ended up accomplishing something. Yeah. Because it went from here, and then it went over there to look at this girl's face.
Yeah, as opposed to
as opposed to going from there to there.
Right.
So that's why I really liked that one. And then the scene that you brought up with this one, it was a good scene. Like, I loved the way, because originally it was going to be like, see, you do it like this. put your hand right here on my waist.
Yeah, she was gonna be like, all right.
And it was a funny scene, but it was the very last panel, and there just wasn't enough room for that to do it justice. So. Yeah,
it was originally gonna be Emma being like, see, like this, or see, take my hand like this, and then put your hand on my waist, and then Nico was gonna be like, on your what? Like, excuse me, you know? Yeah. But then it was like that's what I was pushing for. But then it was like, okay, well, if we do that, we gotta add like another little square panel like in the bottom corner, or change the entire layout of the entire next page, you know, or something. And I was willing to like fight for that because I felt like, you know, maybe it could have added something. But at the end of the day, we worded it exactly the same.
We planned it like this initially.
Yeah, because
it had to be something simple.
Yeah, like the problem I think I had was I was trying to convey what was happening through the words when it was already happening in the picture. I feel like that was my problem.
Yeah,
that was my problem.
Yeah. Because that's what I try to do. I try to say as much as possible with the picture, and then if there's anything else that needs to be said, or that adds to it, or that accomplishes something, then I'll add dialogue. But if not, then that panel is completely silent.
Yeah.
Like this. Right?
It's like you don't need to, like, you know, have bubbles of, like, these two talking being like, wow, the music is so good.
What a beautiful day. Yeah. Oh, this music is so soothing.
It's like you just know. You know, you just freaking know.
Yeah.
So that was cool. This page was a lot of fun, and I think me and Keenan have this problem where every single page that we do that's new.
What is this problem?
No, I don't think it's really a problem. It's like...
Oh, wait, why did I move this
up? Why'd you move it?
I don't know. For some reason, I thought we were done. I moved the mic. Okay. I moved it away because I didn't want you to talk anymore.
I wanted you to shut up.
Sorry.
But
okay,
like,
so, yeah.
Where...
What is this problem you have?
It's not really... I don't think it's a problem, but it's just kind of funny how it works out. It's usually like... Every page that we're working on, like, oh man, this page is so good. It's probably my favorite page.
Oh,
so, yeah. Like, it's probably my favorite page. And then, like, we work on the next page, and then it's like, oh man, this page is so good. This one, seriously,
my new favorite.
This one, for real, is my favorite page. But I honestly think the Hey Cutie page so far is my favorite because of the way it was drawn out and everything, but also because I had to, like, fight for it. So when I got what I wanted, it, like, I appreciate it. I was like, oh god.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And like I said, I'm glad you did because it made the page a lot better.
Yep. Sounds good.
Alrighty then.
I think we're about ready to finish up.
Yeah, I think we're going to wind down or just wrap it up. But if you are seeing this commentary and it is still May, you can click that little button over there, get Emma stuff, and we're going to be shipping these things out to all patrons. All patrons. If you become a patron, you get one of these. And if you pledge $10, you get one of those.
One of these if you pledge
Turn it to the side.
Turn it to the side like that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's like a
one of these awesome panel prints. These look really good too.
Oh yeah, and the awesome people that have been the top reward on there is for $10, but some people have been pledging even more,
going above and beyond.
So for the people who have been pledging $15, I said, okay, I'm gonna customize your packaging. So I drew a little Emma, and then I'm gonna write your name right there, and then I'm gonna ship it to you. Ship all that good stuff to you. So yeah,
it's just a little appreciation idea Keenan came up with. Just showing our appreciation for doing like above and beyond the Call of Duty. So that's great.
So if that sounds like something you're interested in, just click that little button over there, and we will have happy times.
Awesome.
All right, so I think we're good.
Yeah. The last thing I have to say is don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube so you can stay updated on all the contests, Patreon info.
Sharon wins.
We post stuff. We post on there pretty regularly, so if you want to stay updated with anything, check it out.
Cool. All right. Stuff. Thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't. My name's Keenan Lafferty.
Colton Cresser.
We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
Yeah. Oh, crap. I gotta... let's just let it run.
Yo, what's up, fool?